What's up? Hey everyone, it's me, Lazy99, here to tell you about movies and comics and stuff. Here we go. So, I have seen just yesterday Scott Pilgrim versus the World, the movie. And let me just say, this is one of the funniest movies I've seen. This movie, I must say, I've just been... Oh, wow. Okay, this is so hilarious. It's unbelievable. This movie takes special effects and comedy. You know what this is? This is a perfect guy movie. Not to say that girls can't enjoy it, too. I watched this with my sister and my cousin, who's a girl, and they both loved it. But, this is a guy movie. For one, here's the thing. It's a movie that looks like a video game that's based on a comic book. What's up? I mean, a movie based on that looks like a video game that's based on a comic book. Those are my three favorite things: movies, video games, and comic books. I mean, it was just it was so funny. Michael Cera, I don't know how to pronounce his name, but anyway, he did a great job as Scott Pilgrim. I never read the comics. I started reading one for just like a few seconds, but then I had to leave the store because it was like lunchtime and I had to eat. But anyway, I never read any of the Scott Pilgrim stuff, but this stuff was hilarious. This was like... You know what this was? This was modern-day Looney Tunes in a great way. It was, like, so fun. Okay, the basic story, if you don't know, is Scott Pilgrim, our main character, he's just going through life, and he meets this girl called Ramona Flowers. And he kind of... It's almost like love at first sight. He actually sees her in his dreams before he meets her. And so... he asks her out, and he finds pretty soon that if he wants to date her, the only way he can do it if he defeats her 7 evil exes. This is hilarious. The entire thing is just... Okay, first thing, this movie doesn't make any sense, but it's treated so well, I don't feel like it ever needs an explanation. There's a lot of things that are a stroke of genius about this. First, they don't explain why Scott Pilgrim can fight. Nobody explains why. But you don't really care. He just starts breaking out some moves, and you're like, what on earth? And the evil exes are all like really interesting villains. I mean, usually a villain is like a movie is overloaded with villains if it has 2 villains. This has 7 evil exes, and they are all great. Now, the fight scenes. One of the things I love about this is it's Canadian. Like, I don't know if the writer is Canadian, and I know a lot of the actors aren't Canadian, but this is placed in Toronto. And you see, what's funny is every time he defeats one of the ex-boyfriends, I guess. Hang on a sec. What? Well, fix it yourself. I'm in the middle of something. Sorry about that. My sister is helpless, and she's trying to fix a VCR. Boy, that was random. Anyway, so every time he defeats one of these guys, they turn into coins, and he gets points, just like a video game. And at certain scenes, it feels like a video game. And he hits a whole bunch of punches on this, and then you see over the head, combo. There's a whole lot of CGI stuff in this movie that is just so cool and so funny. Like, there's one thing, he's like, I gotta go to the bathroom, and he goes to the bathroom, and there's this thing, and it says pee meter, and so then he starts peeing, and it goes until it's empty. I don't know. It's just random. Like, and so yeah, it's Canadian, and anytime he punches these guys and they turn into coins, it's Canadian money. They are loonies and toonies. And that I laughed at. I'm not sure. I'm sure Americans, if any of you Americans are watching, or maybe even British people, I don't know. If any of you saw it, they might look like tokens, video game tokens, but no, that's our actual money. Yeah, it looks a little weird, but it is our money. Like, you had a lot of actors in here that kind of surprised me. First was oh shoot, I know this guy's name, Chris Evans. You have Chris Evans in here, and he has an entertaining scene. I don't want to give anything away, but you know, his scene is pretty good. Brandon Routh, which is the weirdest scene of the entire movie. He's a vegan, and so he gets psychic powers because of that. I know it's weird, but it's so funny. Me, my sister, and my cousin, we're laughing our heads off in the theater because of this film. And it is made by the same director of Hot Fuzz and Shaun of the Dead. So, this guy knows what he's doing. He knows how to make jokes and how to do it funny and stuff like that. There is the best thing about this movie that has going for it is it also moves like a comic book. I mean, the pacing is actually pretty quick in some parts. Stuff just happens quick, but you don't feel rushed. What I mean is, like, though, if anyone, let's say if someone hits the doorbell, you will see text go off the screen saying ding dong. And if anyone, and there's a girl, the drummer of the band, because Scott Pilgrim has a band, and that's also part of the story. And at times she just puts her fingers in the shape of a gun to her head and goes, and then it has text that goes bang. Anyway, it's really funny in the way they do it. Yeah, I don't know. You guys need to see this film because I found it absolutely hilarious. I hope this gets a sequel because Michael Cera did a great job. In this, everyone did a great job. I don't know. As I say, I don't read the Scott Pilgrim stuff, but I didn't need to. I could feel like I knew this character for like ever, and I never even read any of his comics. And that's how good of a job they did. They handled the story. Was there anything I didn't like? Just trying to think of something I didn't like. Well, I didn't like the two guys kissing, but that's another story. I don't know. This was just so random, but a good random funny. Because, like, there's this scene where these Ramona Flowers and one of the evil exes, which is a girl, don't ask. They fight, and Ramona Flowers, she takes out a giant hammer out of her purse, and I don't know. I'm just like, wait, what? Go back! I'm lost. And they didn't go back, of course. They didn't give you time to think about that because, you know, too much time to think about this, you might realize that this is really silly. But it's so well handled, and it is a great film. I love the heck out of this film. I'm gonna give it. I think I'm gonna give it I'm a toss up between two ratings right now. I think I'm gonna give it an 8.5 out of 10. Yeah, almost a 9, but I think I'm gonna give it an 8.5 because this movie was so much fun. It was really fun. I recommend everyone to see this and buy it when it comes out on DVD. This was better than Kick-Ass. I enjoy this. I just watched Kick-Ass again today because I just bought it because it came out on DVD. This was better than that because it was way more fun and just such a great film. I love the heck out of this film. I am definitely going to buy it when it comes out on DVD, and I would see this again in theaters if somebody else wanted to go. This is the funniest movie I've seen this year. Heck, this is the funniest movie I've seen in theaters that wasn't animated for, like, ever. I'm just trying to think if there is a funnier movie that I've seen in theaters. No, I don't think so. I don't think I've ever laughed this hard in theaters. So yes, go see this movie and have a great time while you do it. So remember, guys, I'm LazyD99, and if I don't like it, it's not worth it. Adios, amigos. Be sure to check out more of my other videos on my channel, and wait for more coming soon.